Hello everyone, it is Mandy again here with Storm Labs and Forecast One. Today is a day that deserves my full attention. It deserves your full attention too. Normally I do a day 1 through 8 update on a weather forecast of severe weather. Today, at least this video at 1:38 in the morning, I'm not doing that. I'm focusing solely on Monday because it has the potential to be a very bad day. Um, the Storm Prediction Center has issued a moderate risk. I'm still thinking that if the cards fall the way that I fear they're going to fall, that the National Weather Service may go ahead and upgrade it to a high risk. Even if it is not a high risk tomorrow, I strongly suggest you treat it as a high risk anyways. Better safe than sorry. This is not, I'm not saying that to be fear mongering. I'm saying this just simply to, I'm in serious mode now. And they're specifically mentioning the possibility of strong to intense tornadoes, giant hail, and destructive winds. I'll be honest with you, I'm still surprised that they didn't automatically go high risk, but let's break down what's happening in plain English for you. The big picture right now is think of the atmosphere like a pressure cooker. We have warm, moist, rich air streaming north from the Gulf, very steep lap rates, which means the atmosphere is highly unstable right now. A powerful upper level disturbance moving in from the Rockies and strong winds increasing with height. A strengthening low-level jet later this afternoon and evening. When you combine all of those ingredients together, you create an environment capable of producing some seriously dangerous supercells. The highest risk corridor is going to be central Kansas, eastern Kansas, southeastern Nebraska. I wanted to say all of Kansas for a second. I'm sorry. Western Iowa and far northwest Missouri. Cities near the bullseye that I would pay, if you live near, that I would pay close attention to would be Wichita, Salina, Manhattan, Topeka, Lawrence, Kansas City, Lincoln, and Omaha. If you're anywhere near that area, not just the city itself, but anywhere within like a 50-mile radius, I would be paying very close attention to this. Today is the day that you really do need to stay weather aware. The tornado outlook is seriously impressive. The Storm Protection Center is highlighting an area where storms may produce strong to intense tornadoes. That means tornadoes are capable of causing significant damage. The greatest tornado threat appears to be from late afternoon into the evening before storms merge into larger clusters. The potential, the hail threat is equally concerning. They have doubled down on that 45% hail threat. Some storms may produce hail larger than baseballs. We're looking at grapefruits possible. That kind of hail, it can total vehicles, destroy roofs, break windows, seriously injure people and animals that are caught outside. The wind threat, once storms begin to merge, the risk shifts towards a widespread damaging wind. Wind gusts over 75 miles per hour are really possible. That can snap trees, knock down power lines, damage homes and businesses. This afternoon, in timing, storms are going to begin developing across Kansas and Nebraska. The highest tornado threat develops as discrete supercells intensify. Evening and overnight, storms may evolve into a line with damaging winds and embedded tornadoes. The biggest focus, though, I think, is going to be the late afternoon into evening. One of the reasons why I think that the National Weather Service hasn't went ahead and done a high risk yet, just from reading what they're saying on their discussions, is timing. Not only timing, it really depends on how fast they decide to merge into a line. If they quickly merge into a line, then that tornado threat is going to go down, and it's going to be more of a wind threat and a QLCS tornado threat. But as long as they remain discrete supercell clusters, things can get dangerous really, really fast. The ingredients are certainly there. The main uncertainty, like I said, is how long storms can remain isolated before they merge together. So even though we're currently at a moderate risk, treat today like a very serious severe weather day. What you should do right now, if you live in the risk area, is charge your phone and power banks, turn on emergency alerts, review your tornado safety plan, identify your safe place now. Highly recommend now before the storms come knocking at your door, because if things were to develop and they turn supercells rather quickly, then you're going to have not much time to seek shelter. So know beforehand where you're going. If you live in a mobile home, find a shelter near you. If you have no idea where a shelter is that you can shelter in, if you're in a mobile home, campground, or an RV park, you can, if you're in an RV park, you can talk to, especially if it's a federal campground, you can talk to the ones up front who are there, and they will tell you. If they don't know, you can call the the city's office during business hours, and they will give you information. You can also shelter at malls, hospitals, fire department. You can call the fire department and ask where a local shelter is. If you live in a mobile home or an RV, or you're camping in a tent, please do not stay in the tent in a severe thunderstorm. Please do not stay in an RV if you're in a tornado warning. It's not. Don't worry about that. The most important thing is your life. So make sure that you review your tornado safety plan, and if you don't have a tornado safety plan, then I'm going to also include graphics in this. I don't know where I'm going to put them at or when I'm going to put them at, but I will include some important information, and I will also upload them on my Facebook page, which is .stormlabs. Have multiple ways to receive warnings overnight. I strongly always, like, one of the best things that you can ever have is a weather radio. I think that they are underrated and least used in severe weather, and especially for the overnight hours, it is critically important to have that, because it will wake you up in a tornado warning and will give you the information that you need so you can stay safe and get to shelter. If you are in a financial ability that you can't afford a weather radio, for example, at Walmart, I do believe they're around $30. You can email me at .stormlabs@gmail.com, and I will work with you to find a way to get a donated weather radio to you. Also, keep an eye on local news. If you do not have cable TV, you can go to their live broadcast on your phone for the local news stations. If you don't want to use that, you can also use Max Velocity or Ryan Hall. You can also go to Y'allbot's page. Y'allbot is hilarious at times. I love her. So if you want to use her or Ryan Hall, it's also extremely awesome. Max does give a lot of detail in the forecasting, but also so does Ryan. And you've also got the added Y'allbot on there, so you can listen to it. You'll hear the tones on either one of those, and you can pay attention. They will tell you exactly where it's headed. You can see exactly where it's headed. If you are a trucker driving in this, even soon, soon we're going to have a radio station that is up. I know that there is a need, especially for truckers who can't literally look at their phone to, as they're going down the road and they're driving, for their weather information and the weather updates. Most people don't have YouTube Premium. So because of that, you can't really just shut your phone off and listen to it as you're going down the highway. So it's in the near future, but it's a little bit off. I'm working on it. There's a lot that I have to do to get it up and running, but I am working to get a radio station online that you can listen to the severe weather and all the alerts going through, so you know exactly what's going on. There will be tones. We do not use the normal weather alert tones. One of the things that Dot and I have come up with is a more Japan and China oriented weather alert. system where, well, the alarms itself, and that's what we plan on using for that. But my bottom line, I kind of went off topic there, but my goal is, especially for truckers, to be able to help them out, or anybody that just wants to listen to it as they're going to sleep, if they want to just listen to it like a radio station instead of having your TV, having, you know, the TV blasting a bright light, because I understand that there are situations that you can't do that. So today's bottom line is all the ingredients are there for significant severe weather. We're talking about serious, strong to intense tornadoes, giant hail again, and destructive winds. If you're in Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, northwest Missouri, even parts of Oklahoma, I would take this forecast seriously and be ready to act quickly. I'm going to be tracking this system all day long here at Dot Storm Labs and Forecast One. I would appreciate straightforward, I would, if you appreciate straightforward weather information, weather coverage without the hype, make sure you subscribe. Please like and share the video. It really does help get the word out and get the algorithms out, boost the algorithm so we can be seen. In closing, my nerves are a little bit less, but as you can see, I'm not as laughy and serious. Oh, and I'm more serious right now, and that's just because I am taking this. I just don't like what I see, and I don't. It's all about timing. It's all about how long it takes for them to go into a line of how bad the tornadoes and the tornado risk can get. The models are suggesting that it can get very, very bad, or it could be more of a slower day. But it only takes one storm to ruin someone's life. And I hope that the videos that we post will save somebody's life. And I hope that my straightforward information, you know, without the really technical aspect of it, and future videos, educational videos, like basically showing you like safe sheltering spots, talking with the fire department and the police department of their opinion on the best sheltering places and what they suggest to people who call and ask where do they go. I'm looking forward to a lot of the videos to come. Also, as a reminder, please do not park in an overpass. Please do not park under an overpass. That becomes a danger to yourself and others. It becomes a wind tunnel effect. It can increase the winds underneath the overpass. If you've got a tornado ripping through, especially a seriously intense one, and it goes over that overpass, if it's this is just an example, if it's 190-mile-per-hour wind tornado, you're going to feel a lot more than that. Also, you've got that debris that is literally getting thrown under that overpass. If you've got baseball hail, you know, it's also one of those things. And if you're in a rainout conditions and people can't see you, even with your flashers on, there's been instances where people really can't see the vehicles in front of them, especially if it's a rain rat tornado. Then the problem then becomes, you know, people are going to crash into you, you're going to crash into somebody. So please do not park under an overpass, especially on the highways or anywhere for that matter. It is incredibly dangerous. And also, as a reminder, sirens are for the storm sirens outside are for outside people doing outside things. Do not rely on them solely for being woken up for a severe thunderstorm, a tornado. Do not rely on them, especially if you're in rural areas, to be able to hear them. It's really, really important that you stay safe and that you have multiple ways to receive severe weather information and to be prepared accordingly. Like, make sure you have shoes and everything next to you, ready to go. Get your animals inside for protection or in a proper shelter. make sure that you have, I call it, everybody calls them go bags. Make sure you have a go bag. If you have kids, then I strongly recommend in your go bags having a tablet, having a coloring book, something in a backpack that they can do to distract them during a tornado warning, because it can become very, very scary for them as well. And then one of the biggest things that I always recommend is, keep calm, stay calm. And as parents, they feed off of our own energy. So even if we are absolutely terrified inside, if we show a calm demeanor, we can 100% also help with keeping them calm. Nintendo Switch is another good thing that they can be playing with while they're taking shelter. Just anything to distract them. Plus, you want to make sure that there's an extra change of clothes in the go bag, any medications that they may need, bottled waters, snacks. If you don't have a helmet, you can also have pillows ready for you to use to cover and protect your head. Especially your head and your neck area. Do it like elementary school back in the day. I mean, I was born in the 80s. I am 42, so I strongly and vividly remember where we were literally on our hands and knees, well, our elbows and knees and our hands over our head. That still is a great rule of thumb when you are taking shelter. If you all else fails, don't try to outrun the tornado. Get to a lowest ditch possible and seek shelter there. Be sure, again, to protect your head with whatever you have. But once again, take today seriously. As I said before, this is not fear-mongering. This is a serious situation that could unfold today. And I want to make sure that everybody is covered, everybody is prepared. Also, for your go bags, I just remembered, make sure that there is information in a Ziploc bag, like their medication list, their health conditions, their name, their age, things like that. In adult go bags, also keep that in there in an extra spare set of clothes, because if your house does get struck, a lot of times you're going to be hit with mud and you're going to feel gross, and having an extra set of clothes like socks, underwear, shirt, and pants really does help. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, the email that I listed earlier, you can also email to me. I want to thank you for listening to my videos. I promise I will get better. I will be less nervous. I promise I'll be less nervous. But this is also my third video. Like I've said in past videos, I'm usually behind the camera, not in front of the camera. And so this is a whole new thing for me. So my nerves and insecurities are kind of playing a little bit right now. So anyways, I hope everyone stays safe, stays prepared, and stays weather aware. My name is Mandie, and I'm with DOT Storm Labs and Forecast One, and we'll see you in the next video.